Okay, fine. One more oops concept is pending, that is called encapsulation. Okay, encapsulation, right? So to start with encapsulation, we will first we have to learn about access modifiers. Okay, access modifiers, right? So let me create here uh, one package. Package name is, let's say, encapsulation tut. Okay, encapsulation tut. Now let me put it in root directory. Okay, yes, yes, yes. And here we'll create some class, um, access modifiers tut dot java. Okay, now see, what is access modifiers? Access modifiers are to decide the access level. Okay, access level. Access level means suppose a variable, suppose a method, what will be the range of the access? Hmm? Suppose for something, some method, you want to decide, I mean, you want to declare the accessibility of that particular method only within that particular class. Okay, only within that particular class. Then we have to mention that method as private, or some variable as private. So suppose I am declaring one private variable, private string name, right? Private string name. Okay, now if I create another class here, uh, access modifiers, calling class dot java. Okay, access modifiers calling class dot java. Now if I instantiate this access modifiers tut dot java, access modifiers tut dot java here. Okay, not here, actually main method we have to write first, main method. Then we will create an object of access modifiers tut in the access modifiers calling class. So access modifier tut acobj equal to new access modifiers tut. Okay, so what we did, we have declared this particular variable name as private. So private variables are not accessible outside the class. If I put here acobj dot, see, there is no name. That means that name is not visible inside, I mean outside the particular class. Got it? What is private? So private variable cannot be accessed outside the class. Let me create another private method. Private void print name, right? Sorry, sys out my name is so on. Right, this is a private variable, private method. Okay, private method. This private method won't be print name, there is no print name. Okay, dot print name, no, there is nothing. That means private variables are not accessible outside the class. Suppose let me change it to public. Okay, let me change it to public, this access modifier. So ACOBJ dot print name. See, now when we just change the access modifier from private to public, the print name is now accessible from outside the class. Okay, outside the class. So yes, yes. Through, I mean, the whole project can access this particular or any public variable or method throughout the project. Okay, and the private one will only accessible inside the declaring class, in which class you have declared only. I mean, it will be confined within that particular class. Okay. So this is private and public, difference between private and public. Third access modifier is called protected. Third access modifier will be called protected. Okay, so what is protected? Protected is the protected variables or methods are accessible within the same package, outside the class within the same package. Suppose I am declaring this as protected, this particular method protected. Okay, now this protected this protected method can be accessible, I mean will be accessible from these access modifiers calling class. Why? Because see, print name is accessible, right? Why it is accessible? Because protected, we have mentioned it as protected. Protected will be protected methods, protected variables will be confined within the same package or same folder. Okay, within the same folder or same package. Suppose let me create another package here. Okay, the package name is let's say Encap second package. Okay, let me drag it to the root folder. So where is that? Encap second package. Okay, so let me create a class here, encap tut.java. Okay, now let me instantiate, or let me write main method. Okay, let me instantiate the class called access modifier tut inside main method access modifier tut c equal to new access modifier tut. Now see, ac dot, if I want to access print name from here, it will not be accessible, because print name access modifier is what? It's protected. Protected will be confined inside the same package or declaring package. Okay, nothing else, nothing is good. No, it is just suggesting. If I am doing like this, I'll still get error. The method print name from access modifier is not visible. Okay, it's not visible. Visible, not visible means you do not have access, simply. Okay, so these are used in the data protection mainly. Okay, this protected, private. uh, so variables are basically data, right? Why we use variables? Those are actual data for the code, correct? Using those variable, we manipulating those variable inside a method, and we show the output. That's the concept of programming, right? So we have to protect the data within that particular class. This is called security. I mean, this is the security level. Hmm. This one, right? Yes, yes, yes. Why? Because I have accessed a class from different package. This import statement is automatic. It's not that I have. I mean, whenever you will mention the access modifier tut class, it will be imported automatically. So, any question on this access modifiers thing? Three type of access modifiers. Hmm. 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 So you want to practice now? I mean, yeah, yeah. Try it. No issue. No issue. Try it. Are you sharing? Okay. Oh, okay, okay, fine. No, no, you open the whole project, na? You open the whole project, not the only that folder. You have to open the whole project. Hmm. Open with code, yes. Sorry. This is not the part of your VS Code basically. What is that? VS Code is minimized, just maximize it. That is your file system. No, no, you maximize the VS Code, na? Ah, yes. Yes. You have created folder manually, right? Now fine, right? I mean, is there anything? Then I can share my screen. I mean, you can look at it and do. Okay. So see. Okay, now slowly start writing the code or practicing the code without looking at my screen. Okay. Do it yourself. Try to do it yourself. Okay. This one. Hmm? No, in calling class, I have not mentioned anything. I have not declared anything. I just called it. Yes. And print name, how print name you have declared, what is the access modifier of print name? Then if the class is under same package, then it should be displayed or it should be accessible. Check if you have written the class in the same package. Yes, share it. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So see, you have written. I mean, why it is not displayed? Because here is one compilation error. See, string should be capital S. As string is a class, S should be capital. Yes. Control S. Now Control S. Save it. And now go to the next class. Hmm. See, you this variable name is wrong, right? Yes, dot. Sprint name is there. You don't have to import anything. Just delete that line number 2. Delete that line number 2. Don't write any import statement. Import will be automatic. Hover over this access modifier tut. Just hover. Not there. Hmm. Hmm. Quick fix. Import. First. Yes, yes. First. Done. And always put the any folder name, right, in small letter or not capital should be only for class names. Okay, all other folders variables are should start with small letter. Now it is fine. Don't change now. It's fine. For practice it is okay, but try to follow the standard. Okay, because right now people are not people. All the projects are actually suffering from these non-standard codes. Non-standard codes which lead your code to a garbage, basically. Okay, so private, protected, and public, all three you have done, right? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, already you were getting the error, right? Compilation error. Hmm. So private will be confined inside the class, protected inside the package, and public inside the project. Always remember, inside the project. Okay, fine. Anyone else is facing issue? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Main method. You have to create main method. Uh, hmm. Where, I mean, to call any other classes and all, you need main method. Otherwise, your program will not execute. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. No, no, you do not need that line number 6 abstract calling. You do not need directly create a method of that class. Right, right. Yes, 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 yes. Mm. Mm. The object name is wrong here. You have entered. Okay, okay. Dot. Mm. Right. Mm. Mm. So any protected call, any, I mean, declare any protected method or protected variable, it should be accessible. Okay. So declare another protected method. Yes. Yes. Right. Right. Uh, you will just go on mute because there are some noises. Hmm. 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 Right. 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 Hmm. To show that protected element or protected field is not accessible outside the package. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Okay. Now next topic is, okay. Vanilla, you understood, right? You are really quiet throughout the class. No, why? I mean, why you were waiting for the recording? You could have asked the questions then and then, right? This Suham, I am not understanding. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, I mean, as you are comfortable, just do it. No problem. Okay, fine. Let me share my screen. So we covered all the access modifiers in the Java. Okay, there are one more access modifier in Java which is called default. Okay, default. We talked about default access modifier. Default method can have method body inside interface, right? Remember in interface class. So let me create one default void um, print salary method. Okay, default void print salary method. What is that? Default method is allowed only in interfaces. Okay. So default access modifier is only allowed inside interface. Okay, can you see that? Default methods are allowed only in interfaces. By default, all the methods are public, but default methods are only allowed in interfaces. If you are putting default, it will act as protected. Okay. Default methods accessibility is same as protected. Okay. But default is only allowed inside interfaces. Okay. Fine. Next thing is encapsulation. What is encapsulation, right? No, no. Interface, see, when you are the default methods, accessibility is like protected. Okay. private method you cannot add in inside interface, because there is no meaning, right? Private will confine inside your interface only, but how can you implement that method? You cannot implement that method if it is private, right? So ultimately you have to implement the method to use the interface. So that is why you cannot write any private, or it's basically useless to write any private method inside interface. Okay, you can write, but you should not. Okay, there is no use. And default methods, defaults, access modifier, same as protected. How protected is behaving, it will be confined inside the same package. Same way, the default methods, default fields will be confined inside the same package. Okay. By default it is protected. Correct. By default it is protected. So let's see. Okay, suppose this is string name. Okay, and I want to access it from here. acc obj dot name. So as it is from same package, it will be accessible, right? It will be accessible. Suppose go in this way. AC dot, see there is no name. That means what? When you are not mentioning anything, it will be protected. This is actually default. If you are nothing, I was just trying to cover that. If you are not mentioning anything, it will be default. But default means what? What is the access level of default? It's same as protected. Okay, same as protected. Okay, fine. Now next thing is encapsulation. Okay, encapsulation. So what is encapsulation? When you go to any doctor, right, for checkup, when you have some fever or any weakness, you will get that multivitamin tablet, correct? Capsule. So what is inside capsule? Do you bother? Do you bother about that? No, right? So same way, in Java, we will not show the data. Data means these variables. We will not show these variables directly, okay, to the client. Client means calling or calling class, okay, inside, I mean, for this. So we will not show the variables directly, okay. Instead, we will send, or we will show a combination of data and method. Data and a method. Okay, it's a fundamental concept of object oriented programming that involves bundling the data. Okay, bundling the data means field or variables, and methods, functions that operate on the data into a single unit called a class. See if it is clear. We'll show, I mean, we'll see how we can implement it, but definition wise, just see if it is clear. Clear means it will not be clear until and unless you are seeing it, okay. But just visualize this thing like this. We are not showing the data. That means data we have to mark it. Data means these variables like string name, we have to mark it as private. Okay, we will not show this name variable to outside the class. Okay, now next thing, what? Now what is the use of name then? We will create a method, Okay, getter and setter method, we will create some getter and setter method. Getter and setter method means we will set name and get name accordingly. We will set name and get name accordingly. Okay, setter and getter methods, we will create some setters and getters method, and those methods would be public. And you can, from outside the class, you can access only those methods. Okay, you can set some value or you can get some value, but directly you cannot access the name variable. Let me show you how we can implement it. So let me delete this method. See, so variables should be what? Private. Okay, suppose private name, private string address, okay, private int age, private long salary, private string last name. This should be first name. Okay, first name and last name. Okay, so these are the variables we have declared. Now we have to access these variables, but we cannot access these variables because we have declared these variables or data in private mode, right? In private mode. So what we will do, we will create some getters and setters method. So what we have to do, we have to just right click on this class. Just right click on this class body. Okay, and then go to this source action. If you go to source action, see here you will get generate getters, generate setters things. Okay, generate getters, generate setter. Automatically VS Code will generate these getters and setters method. Okay, so we'll create generate, or we'll click on this generate getters and setters method. Okay, so click on it. So for which you want to create this getter and setter methods? For all the variables. Select OK. See, we got some getters and setters method. Get name, suppose get first name, set first name first. So where it is used? It is generally used as a POJO class. Okay, POJO class means suppose you are getting some data from your database, or you are getting some data during runtime from any JSON file. What we'll do, we'll see in our in our automation framework, right? We will fetch some data and we'll map those data to this class or this kind of POJO class. Okay, and from anywhere in the project, using the get first name method or get last name method or get address method, you can get the first name, you can get, or you can call the first name, you can call the last name, you can call the address. Now if you don't want to use the default address, default first name what is in the JSON file, then you can also set some value. Set some value means, suppose my name is Subham Banerjee and that is the first name Subham is declared in somewhere in JSON file, and in the last name Banerjee is defined. Now you suppose Nirmal is executing it, right? Nirmal's first name and last name is different. So what she will do, she will first set her name, okay, which will not affect the data or which will not affect the JSON file or which will not change the JSON file, but programmatically programmatically your name, first name will be set to Nirmal. Okay, Nirmal, and your last name will be set to your last name, whatever. So what we are doing, we are not showing this data directly to the outside class. We are only showing the implementation, okay, using getters and setters method. Now see how it is done. Okay, we have created getters and setters method for all these 5 variables. Now see, this is my object, okay, and here dot set method, suppose set first name. Okay, now I am passing the set first name as Suvam. Okay, and now this get method. Okay, now get method is returning something. If you see, get method is returning something. So what we will do is we will just print sysout acobj dot get first name. Okay, get first name. Now same way, if I do like this, get last name, set last name as Banerjee, and this will be your get last name. Okay, here set address, let's say Pune. Same way we can print using the get method, get address. Okay, so if you run it, see, from anywhere in the program, as it is public, we can get the value throughout the project, or if we want, we can set some value. As we do not read anything for this particular example, we are not reading anything from outside data source, or we are not mapping some outside data source. So we are first setting the value and then we are getting the value. This is called encapsulation. Why encapsulation? You are making a capsule of data and methods and showing it to the user. See if it is understandable. Got it, right? Right. Correct. Fetch the data. Okay. Practice it. Methods should also always be public. Otherwise, there is no use. Okay, getters and setters method should be public. That is the problem, right? If we are declaring the directly the variables as public, then we are directly accessing the data. Okay, and that data, this is standalone project, but in framework or in some in some cases, right, where those data are directly mapped to your database or your data set, suppose in JSON or XML file. So any hacker or anyone from outside can directly manipulate this data in dataset or database, right? That is why we need private. practice it. I mean, just go through this program once. Hmm. Right, right. This is a Pojo. I mean, see, this kind of classes are called Pojo class. Okay, Pojo class. We'll do it in. We'll design when we'll design our framework, now automation framework from scratch. We'll do this kind of thing. We'll work on this encapsulation very frequently. So, what Pojo class does, Pojo class actually maps these variables and the dataset variables. Dataset variables means, suppose in your JSON file, okay, as a dataset, you have mentioned first name, address, age, salary, last name, and that will be directly mapped with this particular data. Okay, and these data using getters and setters method you will call throughout the project. Yes, yes. See, you have two options. Either you can write on your own, okay, it's simple, right? The same thing you have to repeat. Or otherwise, VS Code is giving you provision to create it automatically. Automatically, it will create. Hmm. Right. 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 Inbuilt, not inbuilt, it is, I mean, user defined methods only, but right. Right. Okay, just declare these variables as private and right click source section and generate getters and setters. Okay, share your screen. Okay, go to source action. Click generate getters and setters. Select all first. Upper, at the top, just select all. No, no. You are getting. Again do that. Again do that. Again right click. Source action. See, there is a checkbox at the left, At the left there is a checkbox, yes, and see, click on OK. Yes, in the main method. Call it from somewhere else, because here you do not need any main method. Hmm. First set and then get. No, no, not like that. This is a method. Inside. No, no, get first name is a method, right? Get first name is a method. Okay, fine. Okay, so you understood, right? All the OOPS concept of Java. So we are stopping the OOPS concept thing here. Any confusion on any one, any of the OOPS concept, anything? No, right? Okay, fine. So let's. Hmm. Constructors. Constructor is nothing. It is method like structure. It should be same as class name. Okay, and if you want to initialize some variable at the object level, if you want to initialize some variable at the object level, object level means when you are creating object of that particular class, then you will create constructor. There will be some default constructor. If even if you are not writing any constructor, there will be inbuilt constructor or default constructor. Yes, 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 no problem. Constructors are used to initialize variables. That's it. Constructors are used to initialize variables, and when you are initializing it, whenever you are calling that particular constructor, that means how you are calling the constructor at the time of object creation. How you are creating the object. See na, this is the object creation, right? New access modifier tude. Now see, this is the constructor, right? This is how you create constructor, right? This is how you create constructor, right? Here, suppose access modifier tude. So what will be your constructor? Your constructor will be like this: access modifier tude. See, this is the constructor, and here from where what you are doing here, you are just calling this particular method like structure. And if you put some sysout statement here, okay, I am in constructor. So this sysout statement will get printed. This sysout statement will get printed when you run it. Okay, when you will run it. If you run it, at the time when we are calling this new access modifier, that time I am in constructor is getting printed. As soon as we are creating object, that constructor is getting called. Okay, now see, this we are getting that the constructor access modifier is not visible. That means we have not declared any access modifier here. So what it took, the default constructor was public, but as we have created this constructor forcefully, so and we have not created any access modifier here in the front, so it had taken as protected. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to make it public, and see here the error will gone, right? Error will go. Understood? See, constructor, what we created like this, right? Only access modifier tude. That means what is the access modifier here? Access modifier is protected, because default it is protected. So that is why this particular class is not visible, or this particular constructor is not visible outside this package. That is, from here we are getting this access modifier as error. Okay, what is the error? The constructor access modifier tude is not visible, right? So that is why what we have to do, either we have to make it not protected, actually we have to make it public to get this accessed by other packages or throughout the project. Yes. So as soon as we are putting public access modifier here at the front, in front of this constructor, see, the error went away. That means access modifier constructor is now visible. It's same as method. How we are calling methods, right? Same thing will apply here. not by, I mean, methods we are calling by creating objects, but how we are calling constructors, it's at the time of creating object. At the time of creating object, we are calling constructors. Okay, clear? Okay, fine. Now we'll start one new topic, okay, called array. Okay, array. Let me create one package, array tut. We have covered array, but we'll cover it in detail, little detail. Okay, array tut. So here we will create one class, array tut dot java. So what is an array? Array is a array is an non-primitive data type. We have learned about primitive data type and non-primitive data type, right? So one of the non-primitive data type is array, right? So how we are declaring array? See, suppose array is a data structure. Data structure means it can hold array can hold more than one data, okay, of homogeneous type. Homogeneous type means, what is homogeneous type? Suppose we are putting int, or we are declaring an int array, okay, only integer will be the data type. I mean, only that array can take only integer value inside it, not any float, not any boolean, not any string. Okay, array can hold more than one data of homogeneous type. Okay, next properties. No, more than one data of homogeneous type. Okay, same type data it can take inside it. And next thing, the array's size will be predefined. Okay, predefined means you have to declare the array size. Okay, that array cannot take more than data you have specified, more numbers of data that you have specified, pre-specified. Okay, so array is not growable in size. In runtime you cannot add more data inside array. Okay, inside array you cannot add more data on runtime. That means array is not growable in size. Okay, so here the property is array is fixed in size. Okay, now see how to declare an array. Suppose I want to declare an int array. Int, then this box. Okay, int, this box. Then array name. What you want to put? Some array name like array, or rather integer array. Integer array. Okay, equal to. Now you have to specify the data here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Okay, so this is an index based data structure. So first element will be of index 0, second element will be of index 1, third element of index 2, fourth element of index 3. So index will start from 0th index and will go up to nth index. Okay, go up to nth index, same as string. So array's index will start from 0th index. Now, as it is index based, we can also fetch the data. We can also fetch the data using this. Suppose from here I want to get second index number, that is third number, which is 3. How to get that? It's simple sysout statement, and obviously this integer array inside this box you have to specify the index, that is second. Okay, and if you run it you will get 3, right? You are getting 3. Same way we can also create an array of strings. Same way, string array, and here you have to put the data. How you are putting? String should be within the braces, not braces actually, double quote, within double quote, right? So here let's say Rupali, next element is Nirmal, and then Vanilla, right? So this is an array. Now if we want to access some names or all the names, what we have to do? We have to string array, we have to pass this index, let 0, okay, and then in the next line we'll call it as index 1, and then in the next line we'll call index 2. And if you run it, you will get all these 3 names. As it is index based, we can easily fetch the data. Now, is it possible to accommodate any value of other than string? Let's say one character I want to put. No, it's not allowed. See, type mismatch cannot convert a character to string. So only string is allowed inside this array. Okay, only string is allowed inside this array. Now we have some methods, just like we have some methods in for string, we have some methods also for array. Okay, suppose I want to know the length of this particular array, string array. Okay, length means what? 1 2 3. This is a length is 3. Okay, so length of array is sysout, let's say print here the length of the array is string array dot length. There is a method called length, okay, which will return the integer length. Okay, see, the length of the array is 3, right? Next, we can sort this particular array using some method. Okay, so what is that? Let's say sysout arrays. This is the Java util. Okay, arrays is a class. Java util arrays class. Okay, dot sort. Okay, dot sort string array. Okay, dot sort string array, and sort is what? Strong is sort is of void. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just put like this. Okay, and then in the println, sysout println, what you will do, string array dot not dot actually, get 0, or maybe we will print it the same thing after sorting. Now see, if I run it, see what we put: data Rupali, Nirmal and Vanilla, right? After sorting in dictionary order, it's Nirmal, Rupali and Vanilla. So the array got sorted in dictionary order. Got it? So this is how we sort array, but this is also a question in Java interview, right? How to sort an array. So there is a catch, okay? So when they are asking how to sort an array, or to can you please write a program to sort an array, you should not write this code, okay? This is a shortcut code or ready reference code. They are actually asking your logical ability, okay? Logical ability means you have to write the code using some loops, okay? Using some loops or logic. There are some sorting there are some sorting algorithms. Using those sorting algorithms, you can show that this is how we can sort an array, okay? So we'll see in the practice session, or maybe the next day we'll see after we complete that loops and statements class, right? So okay, just a minute. Sorry, I was getting a message from office. Anyway, so we have another what do you say, another method, okay? Arrays method, or another method which is copy of, okay? Which is copy of, which is just copies the what I say, copies the some existing array, okay? Suppose I have a new array, okay? I have a new array here. Let's say string array, or just a minute. Suppose I want to copy this particular string array inside another array. So how to do that? Suppose here I am declaring another string, new string array, actually new string array, new string array. What is the new string array? It will be copy of arrays, okay? Arrays dot copy of what? Copy of the string array, simply copy of the string array, okay? Copy of the string array. Now what will be the length of the array? We have to specify, okay? We have to specify what will be the new length of the array. So what will be the new length of the array? So first array's length was 3, so new length new will be also 3, right? Same. Okay, now you can also, I mean, you can also increase this new length and add some more data into it. Okay, add some more data into it, but for now just copy sys out. We will do the sys out, and we'll try to print this new string array. Okay, string array new string array directly. It won't be it won't get printed. Maybe let me try with two string. Okay, just now if we run it, it's not printing. So what we can do, we can simply do like this. Okay, so instead of string array we have to put here new string array, right? Okay, now if we run it, we will get the same array, actually, normal, Rupali and vanilla. Got it? How this copy of method works? It is copying the elements of this array, right? String array to the new array one by one. So zeroth, whatever it is in zeroth element. Correct. Yes. And if you want, you can also increase the value here. Okay. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to put another element, right? New string array. So this is index 3 equal to, let's say you have to set some value here. Okay, and now if you print like this 3, see here my name is got added. So what it is doing, it is copying all the elements one by one to the new array, and if you want, you can also add another element. Clear? Okay, now practice it. Three elements are there, so length will be 3. Size of the array is sorry, what is that? Size of the array is length. I mean, with the length method we can fetch the length of the method with the length method. And in length and indexes are different. Actually, last index is length minus 1. Okay, so see, this is Rupali, Nirmal and Vanilla, right? The length is what? 3. Okay, but index is 0, Rupali is 0, Nirmal is 1 and Vanilla is 2. So what is that? What is the length of the last element? It's length minus 1. Length is 3 but index is 2. Okay. Yes. Right. One more element. Yes. No, it's not growing. It's not growing. We are still uh, specifying the number. Say new string. Uh, we have hard coded the number, and we created a new array. Okay, new string array is a new array all total, and then we have added more. We cannot add any more thing in string array in the runtime. Growable means runtime. Suppose you do not know the size of a, suppose you want to fetch all the links of a web page using Selenium. Then what you will do? You don't know the size, right? Then you have to use some growable size data structure. We'll see in the collection framework. What is that? Okay. Okay, do it first, and next we will cover static keyword. You are not exhausted, right? It depends how you are getting it. String you are talking about? Yes. AST type str. Just select string here. Even if you are small letter, right? You will get. Will you get it? No, right? You will not get it. So capital see, string is a class. Okay, string is a class. That is why S starts with capital. I mean capital S. String starts with capital S. No, there is no shortcut basically. This is one word, right? And you will get compilation error. You will get compilation error if you are putting small s. Hmm. If you are not aware, but you aware, right? You are aware that AS is which starts with capital letter. Practice it. It will be habituated. All. Yes. Just a minute. Just share your screen. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Right. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. That is fine. I mean, that is what. Yes, it's correct. Any question on array? Okay, you are sharing your screen. Okay. Hmm. See, string always be with double quote, not single quote. A single quote is for characters. Okay, single character will be inside single quote. Now you are directly how you are directly calling it. You have to first instantiate, right? Yes. You have to create an object. No, new. Why new? What is it? Huh. You have entered that. I mean, you have written that comma, right? That is why it is taking like this. Just delete that comma. Hmm. So again, you just write it down, but array cannot be print like this. Okay, directly you cannot print array like this. It will take some memory locations address. Just run it, you will see. See, you are getting some. No, no, it's not jargons. Those are all memory address. Okay, memory address where it is actually getting stored. Obviously, it's for us it is jargons. So for now, you just put it in 0th index. Hmm. 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 So in ideal cases, array can be printed using some for loops. Okay. but you are getting array index out of bound exception. Then there, so no, not like that. Line number 11 you cannot put like this. This is index, right? So integer array is I is 1, okay. String array is Bangalore, fine. And you are getting problem in float array, okay, where you declared 3 elements, right? 3 elements. So what you want to, so it should be 2, okay. Highest index is 2. Okay, so array index out of bound exception is basically if you are putting any index which you have not declared, there is no data, okay, for that particular index, so you will get array index out of bound exception. Okay, we'll see it in exception handling class. Okay, now so all clear? Okay, fine. Now see, static keyword, okay, static keyword. What is static keyword? Okay, in memory space there is a portion called static, okay, called static. What is the specialty about static? Okay, so do you remember in our engineering days we have created static memory using some flip-flops or using some transistor? Did you remember? So this was the kind of structure, right? So here is the power supply for the flip-flops, okay. This is, let's say, D flip-flop. So here you have to provide the data, right? So if you are putting 0 0 0 here and you are resetting it, okay, you are resetting it again, or you are putting it, or you have created some incremental circuit here, right, which will increment every time. So if you are put the trigger point of that, or you are putting the switch, then it will become 0 0 1 0 0 2 like that, okay. And even if you are turning off this particular circuit, okay, then also it will, this memory will hold the last value, okay. So again you turn on the circuit, okay, and the counting will start from 0 0 2, okay, and then next will be 0 0 3 0 0 4 and so on. So what static memory does? Static memory stores the last value, okay. Static memory stores the last value, okay. Static memory stores the last value. The same thing happens in Java. Actually it is not Java, but it is a memory property. So we are calling, there is one static memory inside our computer. So whenever we put some static keyword in front of any method, okay, any variable, any constants, anything, so the last value will be stored, okay. The last value will be stored. This is a static, okay. Now see how static keyword, how static is, how static works. Okay, let me create another package here, static keyword tut. Okay, let me put it in root directory. Where is that? Yes, let me create one class, static tut dot java. Okay, this is a class. Now here we will create a main method, obviously, to create. Now see, I have a variable, let's say static int age equal to, let's say, 10. Okay, static age int age equal to 10. Okay, now in the constructor itself, we'll create like this, static tut. We'll write a constructor here, and inside constructor we will increment it, age plus plus. Okay, age plus plus, and sys out age. Correct? Simple. We are just incrementing this age value and printing the age value. Now if we directly create an object of static tut, okay, now let me create this particular line, or let me replicate this particular line, or this is new static tut means we are creating in the object, or we are calling this particular constructor, right? So as we do not have any other thing to access, so we are not creating any object variable. Okay, just we will call the constructor. So every time we will call the constructor, this age value will be incremented. See, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, every time it is getting incremented. Okay, now if we omit or delete this static keyword, just see the magic. If we run it again, then always we will see this 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. That's it. Okay, why? Because static keyword or static memory holds the last value. What it is that? See, static keyword, first in memory 10 is stored. Then what is the operation? Age plus plus. Okay, now it is holding this age plus plus means 11, and it is printing 11. Then next, it is, even if circuit is reset, or not reset, actually circuit, I'm creating a whole new package, or whole new object. Okay, whole new object. It will not take 10 again, it will take the 11, then it will increment to 12, and then age will be printed as 12, and so on. Okay, and again it will be incremented to 13 and will print 13. Again it will print incremented to 14, and then it will print 14. So when times of number of times you will instantiate this particular constructor, or you will call this particular constructor, it will be incremented, even if we are creating the whole new object of this class. But if you are not putting the static keyword, that means you are putting the variable in the normal memory, not the static memory, then every time it will not store the last value. So every time it will take 10, and then it will print, increment to 11 and print 11. Every time you are getting 11 as output. Okay, and as static keywords or static method or static anything, right, uh, is a class property, or it is a separate memory position, right? It's a separate memory portion. Static is a class property, okay? It's not the object property. Static, if we are putting anything, I mean in front of we are putting static keyword in front of anything. It could be method, it could be variable, it could be constant. As it is a class property, as it is a class property, not the object property, it can be called, directly by using the class name dot the variable name. It was not possible for non-static value. If we omit the static things, then it will get error. But as it is a static variable, we can access it without creating an object. Without creating an object, we can access static variable. Okay. Now same way, static variable, this is a static variable. Now same way we can have static method. Let's say static void print name. Okay, static void print name. Now here we will put sysout my name is Suhan. Okay. Now same way we can access this particular method. Same way we can access this particular method without having the object of the class, right? Print name. See, we can access. Actually, it is not. I mean, sysout. We do not need sysout here because it is a void method, right? So if you run it, then we'll get 10 and my name is Suam. Okay. So static methods or static fields do not need class to be instantiated, or do not need object to be created. Okay. Without creation of object, you can also call the static methods or static variables, static fields anyway. Okay. Why? Because static is a class property. Static fields are class properties, not the object property. Always remember it. Static methods, static variables are class property, not the object property. Clear? Any question? ST object means? Hmm. 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 st.h. Just put st.h. That is also possible, but that is not needed. Okay. For static variables, you can directly access using the class name dot the variable name, and class name the field name dot field name. Yes. So you can create object, but it is not needed. Okay. Anyway, it is done. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, fine. If you are good, then probably we can stop today's class. Okay, fine.